Right, let's have a look. So, did you have anything in mind that you wanted to have done? Or is this a sort of consultation where you just ask what should or could be done? Because I'd be more than happy to share you my 2 cents. Okay. Let me just get your name then. Date of birth. I need to confirm you're of age. Not that I'm doubting that, but okay. How tall are you? Are we just doing a face consultation today, or is your full body into consideration to go under the knife? Because, I mean, if you're not happy with your length, we can always add a few centimeters on your legs. Right. Okay, we'll check in a minute what procedures I would advise, okay? Why don't I just start and have a bit of a look-see at your face then? Okay. I'm just going to look at everything, consider everything, okay? Looking at your date of birth, you aren't the youngest anymore, so I chose. Right off the bat, those wrinkles, they need to go. Now the thing is, there's a few options for that. Let me just first inspect everything, okay? And then I'll make my suggestions and then I'll discuss options. Taking your nerves there. If you fill them up with water, you could have a party of 10 swimming over. checking your lips now. Something can be done there. And that's this chin. Have you ever had any surgery done before? I'm just inspecting your second chin. Looks like there's a third as well. I don't know what day cream you're using, but it's peeling a bit. Anyway. Yeah. Right. Let me just make a few notes already. Okay. Let's see. Well, the only thing I think you don't need is an autoplasty. These were actually quite fine. That's that. Maybe you can't donate chins to other people yet, I think, though. Yeah. That's okay. So there are things that can be done surgically, okay, but some things might need a little bit more, okay, in terms of like acid peelings, chemical peelings. And there is this very heavy chemical peel on the market, okay. You cannot leave the house for about 3 to 4 weeks, the time that your skin literally falls off and produces a new layer. Beautiful effects though. Definitely recommend if you can handle some irritation, yeah. So, I think some surgeons or aestheticians there call it the Hollywood peel, I'm not sure. Anyway, if that is something you're looking into, okay, we do need to check if you don't have any heart issues. You could get a heart attack from this peeling. So, any history of heart issues? And a family history? Great, let's go over some of the options. Okay, I'll just go ahead and grab a marker so that I can help and outline things. My marker wants to open. Need to get my assistant Oliver on that. Okay, so first things first, your forehead is ginormous, so I would, so if you've got your hairline here, I would just remove like the top centimeter of your forehead, okay, and then just loose all of this, alright, and then we could just grab your forehead, pull it up. That way we are going to get rid of these lines here, okay, these wrinkles. Okay, now those wrinkles are so deep, okay. I wanted to make a very inappropriate joke about soldiers, about them. Maybe let's not, okay. Anyway, just having that forehead lift is not going to fix this issue, okay. That's why we're going to be needing the peeling. The peeling will be done after the surgery. That way any scar tissue that comes from that surgery can be taken away with that as well, okay. When we remove a piece of your forehead, a piece of your scalp with hair will come forward, making your forehead look smaller. Then your general facelift. It is time, okay? We need to snatch everything. So we are going to cut here and here. I mean, if you consent, of course, we still need to give you approval, but if, so that we can pull this up, pull this up, pull this up and out, and here too, just pull up, pull up, pull up and out. Okay, it is going to start minimizing those crow's feet that you've got going on. Yeah. Then I would like to lift this area too. I'll need to check how we can do that with the forehead lift, but it's just going to lift your eyebrows a little bit. Yeah, it's not too bad of a choice. Then continuing here, these lines. You're too late for Botox and fillers. So, what I want to do is make a decision here, remove some of this here, some of the skin, and then just shut this. Your eyebrows are quite wide from each other, so if we just remove a little bit of skin, pop it back, those wrinkles will be pulled taut, and then the chemical peel will do the rest. And after that, we'll go back in with some Botox to make sure you stop frowning and stop creating more wrinkles. Okay, great. That Botox counts for these wrinkles on your forehead too. Okay, awesome. Now, if I were you, I would remove You can either go for a cheek liposuction where we remove some fat, or we can go for some buccal fat removal, okay? Either way, it is fat removal, and instead of your cheeks looking like all chubby, they are going to give the illusion of more contouring. Well, not illusion actually, because they will actually be, your cheekbones will be more visible. Let's see, and then that too, just, I think maybe it's best if I say that we can just remove like a whole band a centimeter wide from your full face and just pull everything out. I think that maybe that's what we need. So that would mean this, there, this, there, exactly. Then we definitely need to get rid of those chins, okay? So I think a liposuction will be best, and then a few incisions and pulling it taut, voila. So that all of this is gone, and we do need to do some chin augmentation obviously as well, right? Because you have a very big chin. Can I fix that? No worries. Okay. As for your jaw, I want to shave it down so that we have a sharper jawline. Okay. So all of this, instead of it being a bit more chubby and rounded, I'm just going to make it. Okay. I think we can definitely achieve that. And when we are doing your chin, we can like surgically pull your bottom lip down a bit, okay, so that it just appears bigger, right? Because that, if we could put in implants, probably would with your lips there, right? Fortunately that doesn't exist just yet. Well, talking about lips, your upper lip is barely there, so I'm afraid just a lip flip isn't going to cover it, but we'll just try and pull this one up too. Okay, we're going to do that by cutting just underneath your nostrils here. Okay, just underneath, we're going to pull some skin, just pull it up. It will make your upper lip, your top lip, just pull up a bit and just make it look a bit bigger. Okay. That in combination with a lip flip. And I'm guessing we will need some filler as well, just to really give you a lip, okay? Then your nasolabial folds here, they are so deep you look like a grandma of 80, so can't have that. Just going to surgically remove that, and if we are just pulling everything up, it's going to be less visible, yet you've got so much skin So now we can definitely just remove some extra, and then the chemical peel will probably do the rest. I'm actually not sure if we're pulling this far enough, so just pull this even further. And then we need to remove those bags. I'm telling you, party of them gets rid of it. So let's pull that up. And then of course a rhinoplasty. Your nose is hideous, so I need to make it smaller, of course, and not just smaller. We need to remove those bunny lines that we've got going on here. Okay, and then your nostrils. Looks like you're ready to fly away, so got to have that, not before we get paid. So let's see. Just going to get these smaller. Do you have any issues breathing at the moment? Perfect. And just going to check you out from the side. Yeah, you've got this crooked thing going on. This is horrible. Okay, so let me just walk you through. So for the forehead, we'll need to do the lift plus hairline reduction plus peeling plus Botox. Okay, that's great. Of course, a full-on facelift. And then just that little frown area. Great. And we had the crow's feet lift. Okay. And then, do you know if you would have a preference for the cheek liposuction or the buccal fat removal? There's not really much of a big difference, it's just, yeah. Cheek lipo or the buccal fat removal. Okay, the jawline shaving. It's going to benefit you so nicely. And plus chin fat removal. We can do it in a way that we just pull up the neck, the loose skin that you've got there. You know, it's like starting to hang from always being on your phone and just sleeping wrong. So, yeah. Okay. Neck, skin, lift. Great. We've got the whole nose and lip situation. So we are doing a lift. And we are doing a flip and a filler. Filler after the chemical peel. After chem peel. And then those nasal label folds, they're just, but we can fix it. We can fix everything at the price. That would be the combination of surgical remover, an effect of the tightening and the chemical peel. Okay, and now for the nose, we need to fix the bridge and fix the width and those nostrils. We almost call them your wings. And we need to fix the crookedness, of course. Yeah. Let's not forget the eye bags. And the thing is, if we are doing the eye bags underneath your eyelid area there, we might as well fix the skin on top. So, eyelids in general. I think that about covers most of everything that I would advise. Yeah. Did you have any questions, maybe? Okay. If you want, I can send you through the offer with the price offer, if you will. Yeah. You need to think about it. Yeah, I understand. Because you will need to revalidate. You need to revalidate for at least a couple of months from this. That's quite heavy, okay? And for this chemical peel, we will do that about a month after your facial procedures. Okay, and then the chemical peel is probably going to take about a month to settle and give you new skin. And then we can go in with the Botox and the fillers. Okay, by then I suppose that we can do some fillers in the cheekbones to just really, have them stick out, like the movie Maleficent. Yeah, and that movie Maleficent, those cheekbones, that's what we are aiming for. Okay, let me just pop that there with the cheekbones. Maleficent for reference. Okay, perfect. There's a few other things that I could suggest, okay? Just first of all, hair transplant wouldn't hurt. But I think that is something for my colleague to check. Okay. And then you've got tons of hyperpigmentation and moles and whatnot. That too is for the chemical peel. And for the chemical peel we need to make a separate appointment because we need to check all of your vitals. Make sure you are good to go and will not die in the process. Okay? Good. Now think about it. Don't think too long because I can't wait to take you on as a